common pain of high growth startups or scale ups after an exhilarating first surge of early adopters is a long and frustrating plateau of slow growth where it seems like nothing you do will get your business to profitability. Too many entrepreneurs don't know what to do at this point, largely accounting for disappointing 50 to 80% of startups that fail in the first 5 years. Some make big mistakes by expanding too fast with huge infrastructure, of some companies even trying to grow the business with a negative margin under the mistaken assumption that winning customers is much more important than making a profit. And others do far too little, assuming the effect and word of mouth will soon kick in and sales will suddenly grow exponentially. In any case, it's no fun to be stuck in this stage where you're struggling to make payroll and dealing with impatient creditors and unhappy investors. So first, you need to take consolation from the fact that you are not alone in this. And more importantly, you need to implement an active growth and marketing plan to include some of these initiatives. And there are about 8 practical strategies or initiatives that you can implement. And there's several others, but these are some practical ones that you can take into consideration. Number 1, ramp up visibility and strategic alliances. Now, it's easy to get so preoccupied with handling the business rollout that you forget to maintain and increase your social media interactions, your search engine optimization efforts, and highlighting positive customer reviews on your website. So continually add new marketing and distribution partners. Number 2, real growth always requires real marketing. Word of mouth and social media may get you started, but there is no substitute these days for special promotions, webinars, presence at trade shows, and actively calling on decision makers. There is no magic lever for growth, so several initiatives are required and need to be implemented concurrently with metrics to assess the value returned. Number 3, ask every staff member or employee to focus on sales or business development. Now, this starts with multiple messages from the top, from you, the CEO or the C-level exec, that growth is now the highest job priority and a key to survival. And openly reward employees or staff who are making that extra effort. Champion cost-cutting issues and enhance that sales process. Ask everyone to be an advocate for the business to their friends and to connections. Number 4, personally optimize every cash flow transaction. Resist that urge to delegate accounting decisions under the assumption that incoming revenue takes the pressure off. Now is the time to take advantage of volume discounts and deferred payment plans. Many entrepreneurs forget that the growth phase may be your tightest squeeze on cash. Number 5, increase that pipeline and the conversion rate. Now is the time to formalize lead generation efforts and initiate efforts to maximize the conversion or the conversion rate to sales closure. Real growth requires new and innovative ways to find customers, as well as old-fashioned advertising and email blasts. Shorten that close cycle to growth faster. Number 6, introduce automation consistent with growth rates. Manual processes and people are always the most expensive to scale. So every process needs metrics or KPIs to determine when automation is appropriate. Some startups hire more people to delay automation or spend more money wildly on new tools for the future. Both strategies for business could be a failure. think about some of the more practical, innovative ways you can actually implement. There's so many tools and automation efforts that you can actually implement, and maybe partner with people, conversational artificial intelligence, for example, web chats. There's so many initiatives there that their partners are willing to offer to help you as a company. So think about those elements to introduce automation. Number 7, introduce new products and enhancements every month, if possible, or on a periodic basis, on a regular basis. One of the best sources of growth is existing customers who are always looking for more opportunities to buy and new offerings. Capitalize on competitor weaknesses that you can fill with minimal new investment, and actively listen to customer feedback. And finally, the 8th one, aggressively enter new markets and sales channels. If your local market isn't giving you the growth you expected, it may be time to expedite your expansion to new major cities or export opportunities. If your website isn't pulling in the growth you need, expand to Amazon or Shopify and other channels. There's so many out there. Do a bit of research. Growth requires market innovation as well as product. So as an entrepreneur who has struggled to fund and build a team or a dream solution may think that they can relax when the first wave of customers come in. But unfortunately, the challenges of scaling a business and making it profitable often lasts longer than the product development phase. So take stock of this and reflect on it. Now, the good news is that these challenges are not rocket science. So anyone can do it, including you as a business leader, a startup CEO, or a scale-up CEO, or a management team, or a board of advisors. You can support your organization to implement some of these strategies. So go on, put that onto our agenda and discuss this.